summer jobs are meant to just like not really work. Like you don't want to put too much effort in a summer gig. Oh, a little story time. This just reminded me, like when I said people trying to give you things you don't want. So me and Beal, this is had to be I think second year, headed into third year, or yeah, second. I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter whatsoever. So we got this job at the Loft where we pretty much had to go into people who moved out. And Loft is like a big building where students lived, right? Kind of like bachelor studio apartments where like you had a couple roommates, big living room, kitchen. It was a place to be in, kids, right? So in the summer, they're like, hey, like we'll pay you, 150, $200 a day. Excuse me, I forgot whatever it was, and come clean these lofts, right? So we're like, oh fuck, this is easy money. We'll do it for a week. We'll have some money. Have $1 million, and it'll be great. What else are we doing? Literally by lunch hour, I'm ready to quit. I'm like, I'm out of here because it's like you're just cleaning these fucking bathrooms with just hair. It's just it's dirty, and people are just so gross. Especially college age. And like a lot of dudes live there, are just disgusting. And even chicks are gross with hair and stuff. Like just filling the fucking drain. It was just it was terrible, right? We're with this fucking old Haggerly broad, and she was just talking about how her husband just fucking games all night and just eats like shit and stuff, like bragging, but like, yeah, he got like 14 cavities, and we're like, fuck that guy, I don't care. Like, why are you telling me this? And she's like, oh no, he just stays up all night gaming, and I fucking, I drive around town looking for trash, and we're like, oh my god, like how do we end up here? Like this is why we're going to school, so to not end up like this fucking Haggerly broad. So before lunch, she's like, there's a Subway at the on the front on the ground floor of the building. So she's like, hey, like, do you guys want me to go get you some like pop or something? And we're like, no, like we're good. Like I don't want pop. What a pipe. But we're like, yeah, no, we don't want pop, right? She's like, are you sure? We're like, yeah, like I don't want it. She's like, oh, like I need to get you some Pepsi or something. We're like, no, like we have lunch. Like we're good. Like don't worry about it. She's like, okay. So we leave. Go for lunch. I'm ready to quit. I'm ready to walk out. And Beal's talking me off the ledge here. He's like, man, come on, like it's not that bad. I'm like, this is bullshit. Like I hate it. Why are we here? So then we go back, and there's like a couple Pepsis on the table. A couple, not the can, like the actual bottle ones. And she's like, hey, I got you guys some pop if you wanted it. And we're like, we'll call her Belinda for the sake of the story. Belinda, I don't want the fucking pop here. We told you we don't want it. I don't fucking want it. And she goes, well, like, what, you're not going to drink it now? And I go, I'm not just drinking soda pop on a fucking afternoon. No. And she's like, and then she turns on us and goes, well, it's pretty expensive. What? Well, it's pretty expensive. And, if you're not going to pay for it, tries to get us to pay her for the pop. Belinda, get your soda pop and shove it up your ass. Put a memento in it and fucking shoot it right up your shitter. I don't want it. And she just doesn't get it. And I fucking hate the moral of the story. Don't give me something I don't want. I'm talking about chlamydia. I'm talking about fucking a million different things. If I don't ask for it, if I don't want it, don't give me it. Give me views. Give me a blonde ass. Give me a Range Rover. I don't want the other shit. So, poor Belinda. And then we were leaving at the end of the day, and she goes, we're leaving at the end of the day and just, all morale is lost. Like, it was by the end of it, I spent like a couple hours on this bathroom, got it immaculate. Then the person for the loss comes in, she's like, yeah, this is not good enough. You have to do this, do that. And I lost all hope. Like, just my fucking energy just came out of my body. So the last couple hours, I'm just slapping my balls on the window, like blinds and stuff. And I'm just literally took a piss in the corner. I just totally nailed this job in, and I'm just disrespectful. And and then at the end of the day, so we're leaving. She's like, yeah, good job, team. And I go, yeah, team chode. And then Belinda goes, you're rotten. And just says that she's like, just her teeth are rotten. Her whole fucking, she's just falling apart from the outside in, right? And just to call me rotten, I go, talk about calling the kettle black, you fucking old bitch. But, good for her, I guess. I don't know what she's up to. Probably just drinking pop. Probably dead now. Probably, if we're being realistic, this was probably 3-4 years ago. I'm willing to bet she's dead. Definitely her husband has diabetes and lost a foot by this point. But, you meet people, summer jobs, you always meet people that are just fucking weird, man. Like, I had another summer gig where I was painting houses, Irishman. No, I was hired as like a student worker to just like, paint decks and like it was for the JC, like Brantford JCs or whatever, right? So it was pretty much like low income like rental housing for like poor people. And I'd go there and just like paint or just kind of clean up their house, like just do little general maintenance stuff, right? Now, did I have any experience at this? No, I totally lied and said I did, whatever. But nobody watched me do anything. So the first week or two, I kind of sort of work hard, and then by the end, it was like I would just like leave and just go to the beach or go to like have a like patio drinks with my buddies. And they'd always drive by and be like, Jake, like we never see you at the site. Like, where are you? I'm like, oh, I'm just grabbing Timmy's or something. And I'd always lie. And one day it got so bad that like I had like a brand new tub of paint. I didn't use it all day because I was like at the beach at like Long Point. So I come home and I had to always drop my stuff off, 4, 5, 6 o'clock at night to drop my stuff off like in their little shed. So I just dumped half this paint into a fucking drain, just a drain pipe, which is probably not good for the environment, but what can you do? I just showed up there, I put some paint on my gear just to make it look like I was working. Then the biggest thing I had was there's this huge enclosure, like kind of, it was on a patio, it was like a porch roof, right? And, I had to scrape it down, like all the old paint, and then like lacquer it, not lacquer it, fucking primer it, and then like do, a coat or two of paint. Like it was a big job because it was like a big area. So, it probably would have taken maybe a week, like not, maybe a week, probably not. The week and a half working hard, right? So I was on this job for a month. And by the end of it, when I'm like, hey, I'm done, like I stretched as far as I could. The lady whose house I was doing, she had this like big dog who I just would play with, and like she would bring me beers and shit, and we'd just like hang out and talk. She's just like a middle-aged woman, and she just hacked darts, and I just drink beer with her and kind of hang out. Like that's most of what I would do. And then she'd like go inside and smoke meth or something, who knows. And I would listen to a podcast and kind of just gallivant around and not really do much when I was actually there, on the job. So by the end of it, I go to my boss. I'm like, hey man, like I'm done it. Like he's like, okay, great, I'll come check it out. So he shows up and he's kind of eyeballing it, looking around, right? And he goes, how do you think you did on this job? And I go, well, I'd probably give myself a 7 out of 10. I think a 7. I think I'd give myself a 7. I'm new, but I put effort. I think it's a 7. He goes, -2. I'm blown away at this point. I scoff at him. I go, so you're telling me a month of work, I made this place fucking worse? And he goes, yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. So at this point, I'm like, I'm getting fired, obviously, right? He's like, I'm like, okay, like, what do you want me to do? He's like, go back there and fix it. What does that mean? I don't know. I think it's good. Like, how am I supposed to fix it? So I'm like, okay, yeah, totally. Go back there, waste another 2 weeks. Nothing changes. And then at the end of the summer, the only reason this job I was able to pull it off like all summer is because I'm pretty sure that he was retiring at the end of the year. So like this was his last year, so he pretty much like didn't care. So there's like 2 weeks left of summer, like mid-August. Calls me to his office. He's like, Jake, like, you're the worst piece of shit student I've ever had. Like, I know all summer you just fucked us and did nothing. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. He's like, yeah, like, we gotta let you go like 2 weeks early. Like, nothing was getting done anyways. So I'm like, all right, yeah, thanks for the paycheck. Grab a water in his office. Like, just there's a beer fridge. I go in it, grab a water. I go, all right, smell you later. Dip. So that's the type of work ethic I have. But it's like summer jobs are meant to just like not really work. Like, you don't want to put too much effort in a summer gig, but maybe a little more effort than I put.